I'm glad you all enjoyed that. I think you enjoyed it. That was courtesy of ZWIAN, our interview subject for tonight. He recommended that film, and I'm really grateful. I would have never watched that if he hadn't mentioned that and brought it up in Discord. And yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to be talking with ZWIAN. First off, let's watch a little something that he put together just recently. And you can find this on his YouTube. By the way, type in !ZW. I'll do it for you there first to find his social media links. And here we go.
It's the beat. You hear it in his sleep sometimes. Glare it in your Jeep so your peoples can stare at them rhymes. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. You rather eat a sandwich salad. It might need salt like your man's bland ballad. A lot of stuff happens that the news won't tell you. Blues on L juice, snooze all hell loose. Rake it, take it like the good, the bad, the ugly. Break it rolling through your hood in the caddy buggy. Butter softy, leather flossy, fatty juggy. Always threw me off when she told me daddy funk me. I'm like any who's seeds walking all out in the street without any shoes. I guess it's better than some funky socks. You need to get her some skips before she catch the monkeypox. Instead she wanna hit a beatbox, take pills and make fake krills that sheetrock. Sing it, bring it back to your laboratory. While he's in his oratory, glorious like a horror story. The mask is like Jason. They told the place not to let the basket type case in. He could be some kind of wacko, waiting for the chance to heat the pipes like a crack hole. He busted in, blessed be the Lord, who believe any mess they read up on the message board. If so, I got bridges for the Lolo, same bitch of gold dry snitching to the popo. Here, orange peel stoves for the whole tier. Feel like I've been gone over a year, came home to old gear. It was the shit when I first scooped it. At least I get to sit out in New York and curse, stupid. Plead the fifth, sip wine stiffly. Patiently come up and be spiffy in a jiffy. Gift for the grind, criminal mind shifty. Swift with the 9 through a 5950. Well educated, he heard it when he meditated in deep theta. Let her hate the Greek plater. Dedicated cheap skater who keeps data. Say he stays self-medicated to sleep later. Side effects are similar to sugar pill. Whoever go next on the mic, he put a booger ill. And made his exit on some calm shit. Begged him on the regular for kegs of more vomit spit.
Rest in peace, MF Doom. And that was a mashup created by tonight's interview guest. We have a multidisciplined digital artist joining us today via the magic of the internet. Everyone say hello to ZWIAN. Heyo! What's up, dude?
Good to be here.
Bro, dude, man.
Bro. Man.
How's
Dude,
it going?
bro.
Good to
It's a
see
party.
you. Yeah.
Good to see you too.
Welcome to the show. And thanks for that movie. That was something else.
Yeah. I came upon it pretty recently and it's just like, oof. It is a very, very good movie.
And so we're here talking about everything you do, but that first clip we just watched, what the hell was that? What do you call that type of music?
Too much free time and liking a lot of music. So the mashups just kind of started as a for fun project. I like putting mixtapes together. A big inspiration was the ones that you put together back in the day.
Me?
You did one where it was Cool Keith, and then you did a Goblin one and both were fantastic. And I kept them in my car and I listened to them way too much.
Hey,
and
who's doing the interview here? I'm just joking.
well, I mean, I gotta promote your shit too, man. It's fantastic. Speaking of which, I'm showing my upcoming movie, Compressed.
Yes. So that is a movie that I put together back in the day, a short film, guest starring the one and only Zach W here. This is ZWIAN. Zach W is a nerd.
Yeah.
Okay? If you didn't realize, that's an acronym. And yeah, so we've known each other for a long time. We've been collaborating, doing things together, chatting online for years now. And it's been a little while, man. So I'm glad to have you here on the show.
Yeah, no, it was really fun because we had talked for a few months, and then I actually came down and visited you in your old apartment, and it was like the first time I had ever just like, I'm gonna go meet an internet stranger where they live.
Yes, right. And it like happens every day now, right? No, I know what you mean. It's like the first time is like an experiment. You're like, am I gonna die? Maybe. No. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know your last name until we went to go pick up food, and they said it. I was like, oh, okay. Now I can send you mail.
Well, hey, you're welcome to come by the studio anytime.
I would love that.
CIVIC TV HQ, otherwise known as the Crack House. But yeah, so mashups, back to mashups. That was from your new release on YouTube, Nonprofit Use 64, Volume 16. Is that right? It's the
That is
16th
correct.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it for like a couple years now, and originally the series was type beats, which are just prevalent over YouTube. Right now, as we're talking, someone is uploading a type beat. It doesn't matter what words are in front of it. It could be Rick and Morty type beat getting uploaded right now. It could be a CIVIC TV 83 type beat going up right now. Who knows? But like, the usage on them was just very open, and if you looked for things, you could get free use ones where there wasn't really any royalties or anything. So I would just put that over video game music. And then I moved away from that because I was just like wanting to switch it up and do more mashups.
Why not steal things, right?
Why not steal things? Well, someone I shared it with said that it's a really good way for people with ADD to find new music because you're listening to two songs at once and I pick really obscure shit.
I like that.
One of the songs on the newest one has maybe like 2,000 views on YouTube and is a SoundCloud track that got taken down. So like I pick some weird things and play with them until I make a song that works. And once I have enough songs to throw together, I just make a playlist and then edit it up, throw some samples in, and it's good to go.
And that one we were listening to is MF Doom versus Vomit Spit. Is that right?
Well, Vomit Spit's the name of the track. It's versus Delta Sleep Camp or something like that.
That's right. Delta Sleep Camp versus MF Doom. And so I've got another one picked out from the YouTube channel. Another fine example of mashupery. And let's play that right now and come back and talk about it.
Do it.
It's the beat. You hear it in the sleep sometimes. Glare it in your Jeep so you
buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, send it, no, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, chat and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, track it, zip, update it, name it, tune it, print it, scan it, fax, read it, touch it, say it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt it, chart it, point it, zoom it, write it, set it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, cross it, track it, click, update it, name it, read it, use it, print it, scan it, scan it, fax, rename it, touch it, bang it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it, technology, 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 budget, 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 technology, 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 buy it, use it, fix it, crash it, melt it, drop it, melt it, move it, press it, snap it, work it, prepare it, grab it, flip it, take it, love it, rewrite it, plug it, set it, turn it, flip it, track it, drop it, zip and zip it, bang it, read it, keep it, it, and send it, touch just think it's fake. Watch it turn and leave it. Some formatted, find it, read it, and it, send it, name it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt it, break it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, change it, write it, plug it, fade it, turn it, drag it, drop it, zip it, lock it, build it, code it, find it, view it, build it, jump it, drop it, name it, read it, use it, and
Technologic. So that was Daft Punk versus quote. Oh yeah. Damn.
Little bit there. Oh, am I muted? Can no one hear me?
My bad. Now you're on. So, thank you for that, chat. I
No,
appreciate you.
if people are
And-
good at lip reading, they got all of that information.
Super important to be a lip reader when you're watching Civic TV. No, yeah. So that was Daft Punk versus a song off of the Yakuza soundtrack, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I honestly, that's a great pick. I did a bunch of one-off tracks and made unique art for each of them because I was trying to be really ambitious and do like one a day for like a month, and I didn't hit my goal of that at all. But that was a really fun one you picked, and really matches the nice homoerotic energy of Dude Bro Party Massacre, because
Nice.
that's what those games are. It's just all muscles and throwing men on the ground. Even like the artwork from that part is fantastic because it's when you run a club and it's a total like weird dating sim almost part of the game. It's fantastic. Those games are absurd and I love them.
We're all about some homoerotic energy here at Civic TV, so
All about
fits
it.
right in, you know. And so you put those out on YouTube. You're still putting out longer format mixes. Those were a bunch of single take songs you were talking about that you were doing once a day. But you've done 16 volumes of nonprofit use. Is that right?
Yeah, and then I've done some other like random ones. Like I did one that's all Kenny Beats tracks from The Cave, so it's a lot of different artists over snowboarding music. I don't know why I decided that was a fun decision, but it's all songs from snowboarding video games.
It's a
for the
thing to
backing
do,
tracks.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, you got to put things on the internet sometimes, right?
and just sometimes you have an idea and run with it. Like for fun creative projects, you shouldn't overthink shit, and that's literally like something that's up in The Cave and all of those episodes. For those unfamiliar, Kenny Beats is a producer who makes a YouTube series called The Cave, and he has different people come in and freestyle. I really enjoy it. He's got a lot of really fun artists on there, and obviously when I was thinking of mixtape ideas, going to different songs that are all fun and unique like freestyles is just a really fun format to work with.
And I am a huge fan of repurposing other people's art for your own endeavors. Believe me, it's like, audio visual collaging, right?
Exactly.
And so do you remember what platform we first met on?
On the tumblr.com.
That's right, Tumblr,
Yeah.
everyone. Have you
The
ever
Tumblr.
heard of Tumblr, kids out there?
Y'all kids don't know the pre-Yahoo days when there was no algorithms bringing us down and manual curation was key. Oh,
Yeah, thank you for that link in the chat, Crack Mother. And yeah, so Tumblr was awesome until it was bought by Yahoo, right? And so I'm going to just give them a brief sampling of your Tumblr account, and feel free to, let me know what your Tumblr is all about while we're looking at this.
so in college, I started making a lot of GIF art because I had a copy of Photoshop in free time, and I liked epileptic looking art and op art, and it's just it's a fun format to work in. Lately, I just kind of randomly jump in. No, it's hard to post on a ton of different platforms at once. I barely like post to Tumblr, so a lot of the more recent stuff on there is like occasional stuff from when I started doing NFT, GIF art, like making new original pieces, so I could try to make money off them. Because got to get that stack, even that stack of digital fake dollars. No, I'm terrible at capitalism. I'm doing most of my art for fun. It's just nice when you get that little bit of hobby money coming through.
I've actually been told I'm a terrible capitalist, so I feel you on that one. And so, yeah, what is bad art?
I think bad art is just like art that you do mostly for yourself. I've posted a lot of art with the tag "Bad art will save us all," and I do think that bad art will save us all. I think everyone should have like a personal thing they do, even if it's not for a media platform that's not paying you money. Even if it's just to throw it in a closet and never look at it again. Just do something. Enjoy yourself with your art. Don't make it art for a big audience, because cool people will find your shit eventually anyway.
We're not painting the Mona Lisa here, right?
And if you think about it, you kind of are, because the Mona Lisa was like something that he was storing under his bed and shit, and that's kind of what I'm telling you to do. And
Yeah,
maybe that's
a great
why
point.
people gravitate to it, is because that was like a personal thing that he made a second version of and then kept it around like a creep.
Somehow I don't think that CIVIC TV streams are going to be hanging in the Louvre one day, though. But still, I get exactly what you mean.
Maybe we'll be replaying in a weird bar that has some old arcade machines, and a small Elijah Wood kid will come up and be like, "You got to use your hands. It's a baby's toy." That's all I could aspire to be on.
Living the dream. And so you mentioned when we were looking at your Tumblr that a lot of that stuff was from you. The recent stuff is from you creating NFTs.
Yeah, I got into that because your brother, was very forthright with me and told me, like, I'm just trying to get you in on the scam, man. The more people are in it, the more legitimate it is. I'm paraphrasing, but we did joke about it being a scam even back then. And he was the one who kind of gave me the push and helped me get into it, which is really nice.
And
Really,
so for the people who aren't with it in the chat, what the fuck is an NFT?
it's a non-fungible token. It's just a verified way on their blockchains to verify that you own something or an edition of something. The way I look at it is it's just a digital asset. They existed in different forms before. Steam trading cards, that's a closed marketplace with a unique thing that you have to go through steps to get, and then there's weird value with it. RuneScape accounts, very similar. If you have a birthday hat from several years ago on RuneScape and you still have that account, someone will pay you hundreds of dollars for no reason for just a cosmetic thing within a little usage place. So yeah, it's an interesting new way of publishing art. The thing I like about it is that a lot of NFT services, you're putting things onto a service called IFPS. Hope I got the letters in the right order. But it's just like a media storage platform, and that's really nice for me as someone who doesn't like to be dependent on just one place to store their art.
NFT, IFPS, so many acronyms. But no, I think you broke it down pretty nicely there. Blockchain will save us all. And yeah, I know, right? Sometimes you need a good cream to take care of the fungible things that are non-fungible. Anyway, so yeah, so you freely admit that NFTs are a scam, is that right?
I wouldn't say that they're a scam. I think all art is kind of a scam if
There
you're
you
paying
fucking
money
go.
for it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, genuinely, like, money is this the weird construct that controls our lives, and throwing it into anything is kind of weird. Paying for art is a good idea, in my opinion, because we should pay for the media we consume. We should support the people we enjoy. I think people have a harder time understanding the concept of an NFT because they can't put it on their wall. But they make frames that show your NFT things that you own. So I don't know. You can put it on your wall.
And that's a great point. So it's like, what is the value in some acrylic paint on a canvas anyway? It's the value that we put on it. It's the value that someone's willing to pay, right?
Right. And then I started a recent project I call Stupid ZWIAN Punks because I'm a narcissist and I put my name in it. And because there's this thing in NFTs where a lot of people make generative art where they will throw the word punk at the end of it and it's a little pixelated character of some sort. There's artists that I really love on Tumblr that have even had their own projects. Max Capacity has DOS Punks. Hater Rocket has Pet Punks, which is Petsy instead of ASCII art, which is just like, I'm not going to be a good person for describing what Petsy is, but little characters. And I decided to make my own, but on my Super Nintendo using Mario Paint and recording it to VHS and flipping switches on my circuit bent Super Nintendo and making weird, unique little punk guys to make fun little loops.
That's sick. And so that's a perfect reason to show the people your NFTs. And maybe, I know you're on a delay when you're looking at the clips over there, but maybe you could tell us what we're looking at, and let's go check that out.
I'll eventually be able to tell you what we're looking at. But a little bit more about the project. I decided to put more effort into making these things than I felt like I needed to. I made a haiku for each piece for when I put them up. I clearly put a decent amount of time and effort into each one of them. Whereas, like I was saying before, a lot of people are making these generatively, so they can make hundreds of them within an hour. Whereas I have to take my time, dub them to tape, do digital editing with them. It's a little bit more steps for me to get a finished product out the door for each one. And then I priced them at a unique price point to match what $9 US dollars was when I posted them, because that's the minimum wage for an hour of work in my state. Yeah. Yeah, I like 17 a lot. This one actually has my favorite haiku of the ones that I wrote. It's the intersection of technology and art. No, not like that. Yeah, no, each one has a haiku in the text description if you scroll down. This one I got particularly spicy because it was about not calling. Here, I'll pull it up while you're playing it. All right, so the haiku for this one is, I'm taking calls, but not from you. Don't text, don't call, don't think about me.
That's fucking poetry, man. I love it.
I was feeling spicy.
And so that's really cool, man. And like you were saying, right? It's high energy, low output, sort of flipping the whole NFT process on its head. And like there's a lot of steps to those that you just put together.
I was going to make more steps for myself too. I was going to try to have a commentary track up, which I'm still planning on doing. I'm just really not good at talking to myself for 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to borrow a co-host for that.
I talk to myself all day. So if you want any tips, let me know.
I would love that. I need a workshop on how to talk to yourself successfully for profit and fulfillment. That's all I'm looking for.
And so you can follow those links to find his YouTube explanation of it when it is live. You can subscribe to him, but also check out, let's see, did I get the NFT link on there? I didn't. hold on.
If you got my website on there, that's the best way to get to
There
them.
you go. Yep.
Even though
Zach-
I still need to update it. But you can also find my newest NFT project off my Twitter, where I posted at 2 a.m. in the morning about it and didn't put any tags or anything because I was just too tired and I wanted to go to bed.
that's the way to sell some art, right?
Not trying. That's the way. And that's why I don't believe any pieces in this collection have sold so far. So if you want to be the first collector, get in on the stupid train. It's stupid.
It's mad stupid, son. Selling
So
punks
stupid.
for crypto. And,
You probably won't resell it, so you better like that art because you're going to own it.
And so that brings to mind another aspect of NFTs that people might not realize if they haven't thought about this or learned about this yet. There are like these well-established marketplaces for, like, say, selling your music online or selling even like products online or something physical. But up until more recently, NFTs have been around for a while, but up until more recently, you haven't really had an avenue to make money off of like digital art in the sense of videos or GIFs or still images, right?
Or even generative art or game demos. Like, there's a whole, like,
Uh-oh. I think we lost him. There's a whole what? Let's see. One moment. Interesting. Well, while I try to get him up, check out a clip of some of his work. How about?
Discord just dropped me all of a sudden and said I wasn't in the channel anymore. I think that's probably where our problem is lying at the moment. I just lost the chat on my computer. We can talk about technical difficulties.
I feel like there was a glitch there for a minute. It's part of his artistic statement. That's, that was all intentional.
Tells me that they can't hear me.
It's a professional show we're running here.
So professional, no one can hear me. No consequences, I can scream into the void.
And so, yes, that was all intentional, everyone. Just showing
so
you.
Intentional.
Yeah. It's just like, we're creating art here.
It's lip readers practice night at CIVIC TV.
That's right.
If you're not working on your lip reading skills, you're not watching.
There's, there's like 3 things I have to do. It's hard for little CIVIC, but yeah. And so that's right. It's bad art, but yes,
the baddest.
I cut to some glitch stuff during our glitching on the Discord, and so that is something from a few years ago. But so how was that generated? Did you see the clip that was playing back? Tony Hawk Pro Skater Glitch Edition. Yes.
Yeah. So that was from like I think I did a stream even for that, where I just played one of the first mixtape series I did, MIDI Thief, where I did MIDI Thief Pro MIDI Thiefer or something along those lines, where it was a bunch of songs from Tony Hawk games, because I love me some Tony Hawk.
Yes.
I can't kickflip in real life, but I can hit X left square and I can do a kickflip there. That's where it's at.
And so that's where I was leading you. So that was streamed a few years ago on YouTube. Where's your Twitch streams, man?
I did a Twitch stream for Extra Life where it was a glitch art one a few years back. I would like to start doing more in the future. It's just an energy thing. I don't want to put like time and energy into projects and then feel like I'm not getting something back or feel like it's fulfilling. So I don't want to force myself to stream on things. I definitely have the tools. I have the capture cards. I got the camera and the mic. I could be doing it. It's just a matter of...
I'm here to recruit you for the cult, okay?
So your brother gets me into the dang NFTs, and you got to get me into the dang streaming.
That's right. All the cool kids are on Twitch now, you know?
I'll get over here eventually.
We're cool here at CIVIC TV, right?
The coolest. So cool that you got to check out Combust.
That's
now
right.
on YouTube for several years.
For several years with several hundreds of views.
Several hundreds. It's the reason I have an IMDb page and can flex that fact.
That's right. You too could have an IMDb page if I ever make short films again, which I might not. But anyway, getting back to this. So Crack Mother actually mentioned in the stream that there is an awesome glitch community on Twitch. There's a lot of people who do like analog video glitching and other related stuff with analog video gear. I think you could really fit right in, honestly.
Yeah, I got some new gear incoming that I'm very excited about. So maybe.
What kind of gear?
It's a new effects unit that has 2 knobs, little sliders.
2 knobs.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'll have to send you stuff about it later. It's off an Etsy account, so like I'm not going to be able to quote the maker and product without having it in front of me.
It's all about knobs and sliders and buttons, right? Physical things to touch.
And just reasons to play with my VCRs, really.
Hey, thanks for being here, OG. I appreciate you. And so back to the action. We've got some more stuff to show the people. First, I wanted to show just like a couple more NFTs that you have on your site, like what it looks like when you go check out ZWIAN in NFT land. So let's just look at that and, we'll talk about it.
Heck yeah. Oh, cool. Can they hear me though? Oh, cool. Well, that would... Okay. We're still on the glitch feel tonight because Mr. CIVIC TV 83 is talking to me and I didn't realize that y'all couldn't hear him. And yeah, you can hear me. I'm not muted this time. Rad. Don't worry. Anything I say still doesn't have consequences. We're looking at a bunch of glitch art from a series I did with my Dirty Mixer, which is a silly glitch device where it's just 2 feeds of RCA or composite video going into a box, and you control the level between them. There's also a lot of my frame-by-frame GIFs down there, and some oldies, because you gotta play the hits sometimes. You gotta push that content, and I made a lot of GIFs on the Tumblr back in the day, because I had a lot of time and a lot of effort behind me, and sometimes mania just hits you right and you put out way too much stuff. Some of that stuff is good, some of that stuff is regrettable, but hey, you learn to live with your mania and you got some art to look at years later. It's great. Lots of stuff where I'm mixing video games and different VHS movies and whatnot.
Shout out to Mania. You know what I'm saying?
Shout outs mental illness.
Yeah. Mental illness hype. And
I wish I had more to add. You should have the suicide lifeline on your phone. Put it on there.
That's
no,
right.
no shame. Just put it on there. You don't know if you're gonna need it. You don't know if you're gonna have to send it to a friend. Put it on there.
There's always someone you can call, everyone.
Exactly. And there's always people who care about you.
Yeah, we care. We care here. And this, by the way, is like the best support group that I've ever been in, by the way.
Internet strangers are the coolest, nicest, typically most unjudgmental people. Like, get yourself some nice internet strangers. Find some. They're out there.
Someone said to me once that only like 20% of Twitch is toxic, and I'd like to agree with that. It's pretty accurate, I think.
Is it like 20% is currently listening to Toxic by Britney Spears? Because that's a good 20%.
It depends on your definition of toxic. I find that to be, elevating. No. And so free Britney. Oh, wait, is she free yet?
She's been free, man.
Did we free Britney? Okay, good job, everyone.
Been free.
We did it.
We're doing great.
And so, yes. So again, follow those links. Thank you. And again, Crack Mother for putting the links in. Follow ZWIAN on social media, and you can find things like this crazy video I'm about to play you. So let's go check that out. I cut off the very end there, but you get the idea, right? I mean, so tell us about that. What the hell is going on in that video?
So it's a music video by an artist I really like, Oliver Tree. Shout outs Oliver Tree. Stream Cowboy Tears right now so we don't get hit with the DMCA.
Shout out.
Shout out. Listen to the new music. It's pretty dang good. But yeah, he did that song a while back, and I decided to make like a fun, weird edit of it. And I was trying out this software called Ebsynth, which is really more for like rotoscoping and tracing over things. So I wanted to experiment with it in a way, and I flipped the order of the frames for the video. So you're seeing the video in reverse and forward at the same time. And then I did another glitch video layer to make like a alpha layer for it so you can see some of the screen elements. So it was just a fun experiment that I was like, let's put it up, let's do it.
That's sick. It comes together really great on there. And
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it gives it a really cool effect that you couldn't get without doing something weird like that, a weird process to it.
Yeah, and finding fun, new, weird processes is like part of the joy of glitch art. It's a lot of exploration and trying new things. When I was fortunate enough to have a solo exhibition here, I made a big piece using thermal print paper, so just like label maker. And it was a big piece that I did that was a data mosh of a photo of me at the lake, like flying a kite. And it was so obscured, and it was a video file that got turned into an image that got blown up really big. And now if you want to view it, it's at my friend's house up on the wall there with sections of it cut out because their cats peed on it. So it's a collab piece between me and some cats who peed on my art. And you haven't made it as an artist until someone pees on your art.
That's right. You heard it here first. You are not considered an artist unless someone has peed on your art.
That's how you know I'm doing this as a hobby, because I'm like, this is a real good opportunity for me. Let me talk about how my art got pee on it.
And so if you don't mind revealing the location, where was that exhibition?
It was at Cali Commons in Omaha, Nebraska. Very fun new art space. I think they just got nonprofit status and they got new management doing fun new things. So I'm hopefully going to be back in that space doing cool things in the future.
That's so cool. That was my next question. Is it still operating? Yes. And so many places, venues, everything have taken a hit during this whole crazy time. And I'm really glad to hear that cool, artist venue spaces are still out there.
Yeah, the last place I had a solo show, the Hideaway here in Omaha, unfortunately closed, but it was a really fulfilling experience getting to have a show there, especially before the world all kind of shut down.
Before shit went crazy, right?
Yeah. The before times.
Morgan Grace says, "Be right back. I got to pee on my Gretsch." And so she's, she's trying to level up as an artist, based on your advice.
The self-pee is a powerful move. I've never done it myself, but, I'm just advocating that they're out there doing it.
Sometimes you just got to pee on yourself or your own possessions. I mean, I do it all the time.
How animals mark their things. You and me, baby, we're nothing but mammals.
And so, let's see what we got here. So we've talked about it. We've teased it a little bit, but, we've made some music together in the past, in the long ago times, right?
Yes. That was like something that we did very soon after meeting. We hung out, and then the next day put together a fun little mixtape.
And so I'd like to play a little sample from that mixtape. That's available on my Bandcamp, by the way, actually. Yeah. And so, let's listen to my favorite track off of the collaboration that we did, Mr. Scratum versus ZWIAN. You might not know me by that name, but check it out.
Yeah.
That was oh, got it this time. Haha.
Am I
that
muted
was
again?
not anymore.
Nice.
That was Frank Nash off of the Westport Massacre.
Yes.
Go check it out.
Recorded in Westport, the neighborhood. Is it a neighborhood or part of?
Yeah, the neighborhood
KC?
in Kansas City, Westport. Yeah. I am learning slowly. Thank you for that, crack mother. And so, yeah, man. And so after this, if someone wants to follow you, wants to absorb your art, what's the best place to start?
Start astral projecting. I'll reach you soon enough. I'll find my way to you.
He's going to find you. He's going to hunt you down.
No, ZachWisANerd.com has all my socials, except my Vine, because I don't think Vine exists anymore. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Vine.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of Vine videos live on YouTube. Have you ever seen those Vine compilations?
I have. You know what? That's probably the most recommended thing to me. It's like, are you nostalgic for 7 years ago?
Yep, they got you pegged. Living 7 years behind the times. No. But man, NFTs are like the thing these days. It's the wave of the future. I wish you all the success on,
I
you
think
know,
they were the thing. I think
Yeah.
I missed the fun part to have an exciting effort-filled project, but who cares? It's stupid.
Hey, yeah, you and me both. I have sold NFTs to my brother,
And
that's
me.
it. Yes, and I'm gonna send you a couple free ones, by the way, because
Sick.
no one else is buying them.
Yeah.
And I bought yours too, by the way.
You
Couple of
have.
them. Yes,
Supporter of each other. Artists supporting artists. You got to do it.
that's right. And you know, show some love to the NFTs in your life, everyone. And
Have you called your NFTs?
have you
Talk
called
to
your
them lately?
NFTs recently? They miss you. They're wondering how you're doing.
Have you been eating well? That's what your NFT is thinking right now.
And so, man, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking the time tonight to interview and pick out that badass movie. I don't know, you're not going to see this on the later broadcasts of this interview, but we just watched Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Best of the Dude Bro Party Massacre movies, if not the only one. It is so good.
And so I didn't realize watching that movie that it was an offshoot of 5 Second Films. That was great back in the day. Again, like living 7 years in the past or whatever.
You just
And so, yeah, the result of a successful Kickstarter campaign too, right?
yes. We throw our money at good projects we like.
That's right. And we hope it comes back to us in some form. It doesn't need to be money. Just, you know, bring the energy back home one of these days.
I heavy debated wearing my Ouya t-shirt, and now I kind of regret it.
This whole thing is regrettable. No, I'm just joking. This has been really great, man. It's been great catching up with you. And again, like seriously, anytime you want to come over, there's a place for you here.
I'd love that. We definitely need to make that happen. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to everybody in the chat and everyone who enjoys Civic 83 TV, Civic TV 83, Civic TV 8383 Civic TV. I'm going to get it right, or you could just edit it later. We got it. We got it.
I just straight up take these things and post them on YouTube, just no editing about it. It's the new thing. It's content creation without editing. You know.
Thank you, Crackmother, for assuming I'm rapping, because now if I'm gonna be extra about this, I'll go and hunt down that audio and just lay a fat beat underneath it.
I'm into it. We're gonna do the mashup mixtape of these interviews one of these days.
Exactly.
But so I know we should do it, right? And so we're gonna raid out in a second here, folks. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. Zach, I really appreciate it when you have the time to come in, working all the time, but you came out here and you interviewed. I really appreciate it. And I love it when you're in the chat, man. And I hope to see you more in the future and maybe some
Much
ZWIAN
love.
streams at some point.
Hell yeah.
Possibly. But
Possible.
stick around. We're gonna raid out everyone, and I'll chat with you for a second here after we get this raid in, man. Yeah. Thanks
Sounds
for being
good.
here. Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers, all. Everyone, be safe out there.